Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Molly Mcmoo, a fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime. So first let's get started by drawing our face on a slight diagonal pointing up towards the top right. And we're going to start in the center, curving this line around and then down on the right hand side. Let's close this off on the bottom now with a curved line from left to right. On either side now, we're going to curve this line up and then over, connecting that in the corner. For the eyes now, on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line around and then up. And then flipping over towards the left hand side, we're going to curve this line back around and then out. From the top of the nose now, on the right hand side, let's arch this line all the way up towards the top and then back down on the right hand side. And then flipping over towards the left-hand side, we'll replicate that, curving that all the way around and then down. In the left-hand corner now, in the center, we're going to draw in an oval on the right eye. And then we'll move down, and on the left-hand side, we'll replicate that. Now let's come underneath. For the top of the mouth, we're going to curve this line over and then down. And then moving over towards the left-hand side, we're going to arch this line up and then back down. Now from here, let's draw on the top of the head. So in the center, we're going to curve this line up and then down on the right. And then we'll move in towards the center again, and we're just going to curve this line up and then down on the left-hand side. Moving up above now, we're going to start by curving this line around and then in for the chin, bringing that down and in towards the center. Before we draw in the rest of the face, we're going to come down on a diagonal here and draw in the hand that's covering the face. So we're going to start just below, and for the first finger, we're going to curve this line around and then down, and we're just going to leave a small gap there. Let's move beside again, and we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then in the center, we're just going to curve this line across. Now from here, we're going to bring this line up, down, curving that back in. For the thumb, we're going to start further up, curving this out, down, and then up. And then from the corner here, we're just going to arch this line around and then in. Now from here in the corner, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then back up. Now let's close off the rest of the mouth. So as we come underneath here, we're going to curve this line around and then up, connecting that. For the cheek, we're going to move up. We're going to curve this line around and then in. And then to continue to close off the bottom of the face, starting back on our line here, we're just going to curve this line around and then up in towards our hand. Now let's move in towards the center. For the mouth, we're going to curve this line up, arching that down. And then moving up beside this, we're just going to curve that around and then in. For the eyebrows now, on the left-hand side, let's curve this line up and then down. And now to the right of this, we're just going to curve this line up and then in. Let's draw in our ears now. So on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line up, down, towards the corner. And then from here, starting back on this line, we're just going to blend this out by curving this in towards the side of the cheek. Let's flip over on the right hand side now, and we're going to curve this line up, in, and then back out. And then starting back on this line, we're going to continue to curve this around and in towards the cheek. On the left hand side now, we're going to draw a nice big half circle in the top left hand corner. And then moving down on the left-hand side, we're going to arch this line around and then up. Let's flip over, and on the right-hand side, we're going to curve this line around and then out. And then on the bottom here, we're just going to continue to curve this around and then up. For the horns now, on the right-hand side, we're going to arch this line up and then down, creating a small triangle. And then to the left of this, we're going to arch this line up and then back down again. To close off the arm underneath here, we're going to curve this line out and then up towards the chin. Let's draw on the bell necklace. So stepping across from this, we're going to draw in a small circle in the center. On both sides, let's curve this line out, in, and then back out towards the side. We'll flip over to the right, replicating that, ending that at the same height on a diagonal. Let's close this off on the bottom now with a curved line from left to right. And then moving up in the center, we'll replicate that one more time. Let's move in towards the middle now. We're going to draw in a small half circle underneath. Now let's draw in the udder in the middle. So coming underneath this, we're going to curve this line around and then in. Moving up on the right hand side, leaving quite a big gap, we're going to arch this line around and then in again. Let's come down and replicate this. So we're going to come down in a slight curve and we're going to arch this line out, back in. Stepping over to the left, we'll replicate that one more time. Now we're going to draw in the circle. So we're going to start on the top behind the bell and we're going to curve this line around and then in. We'll continue to extend this through underneath. Now we'll come up on the left-hand side and we're going to arch this line all the way around and then up, closing that off. For the top of the torso, we're going to curve this line in, out, back down. Behind the bell now, we're just going to draw two diagonal lines that come out on both sides. On the left-hand side, to close off the torso, we're just going to curve this line around and then in. And then underneath here, we're just going to continue to curve this line in, leaving a gap in the center for our left leg. Let's draw on our right arm first. So coming up above, we're going to curve this line up and then in. Let's start from the corner now. We're going to curve this line up, back in. In the corner again, we're going to arch this line down towards the bottom, bringing that over and in. And now from here, we're just going to arch this line over and through. We'll start on the top here, arching this line out towards the side and then down. Now let's draw on the left leg. So in the corner, we're going to curve this line out towards the left. And then starting in the corner again, we're going to curve this in, back out, and then down. From the side, we're going to curve this line in. We'll do the same thing on the right, and we're just going to leave a small gap in the center, not closing that off. Now we're going to draw a curved diagonal line arching up towards the top. And now from that point, we're just going to curve this line back down, so we're connecting the foot. Stepping up, we're going to draw in a curved line from left to right. Now to the right of this, we're going to arch this line down and then in. Let's draw in our tail. So coming further up above the leg, we're going to curve this line around and up. Dropping below this, we're going to again curve this line around and then back up. Let's close off the tail now. So we're going to start on the side and we're going to curve this line around, pointing that up towards our left hand. From the point here, we're going to curve this line in, back out, getting wider at the base, and then we're going to connect that together on the bottom. Let's move underneath and draw on the back leg now. So we're going to continue to extend this line through behind our left leg. So we're going to bring that out towards the side. And then from that corner, we're just going to curve this line around and then up. Stepping further in, we're going to curve that line around and then down. Lastly, for the pattern on the back here, we're just going to curve this line around and then up towards the bell. And then we'll continue to extend that through towards our chin. And that is it. That's how you draw Molly Mcmoo, a fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.